Hi, Professor.
Good afternoon, Miss Springs. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
You seem tense. I saw the urgency in your email. What's going on?
I am just on edge about this project, Professor. I'm skeptical about my partner.
Is there a situation going on between the two of you that I need to be aware of?
All right, there you go, Bookie. You're back safe and sound, right where you belong. No missing book fees for me. You know, I think I'll explore the library for a bit. All these years I've been here, I've never really got the chance to see what's around here.
I'm sorry that you have to deal with this situation. If it were up to me, I would change your partner, but the curriculum prohibits students from doing this project entirely by themselves. You two are going to just have to find a way to make it work because our department expects students to be able to work with other people, whether you're friends or you're not. The only exception is if something extremely serious happens. Unfortunately, this situation between you and Mr. Summers is not going to be regarded as serious.
I understand. Is it possible that you could talk to him and encourage him to respond to me? He's got me blocked on database.
I can definitely reach out to him, but I can't hold your hand through this situation. I have other classes to teach and many other assignments to grade.
Okay, is there an alternative that we can take in case he doesn't comply?
Alright, have a good rest of your day then.
Cactus bricks.
So, talk to me. How are you handling this final project?
I was going to ask you for a partner change at some point.
And who do you think I'm going to pair you up with instead?
Literally anyone but Violet.
I'm failing to understand why you have such a huge problem working on this project with her. I have never seen a student be so reluctant to work with their partner as you are with Miss Springs.
That's because being partners with her is a headache waiting to happen.
So what do you plan on doing about it?
I'll figure it out.
The best decision would be to do the project, Mr. Summers. You don't have to make the bad decision.
How can a decision be bad if it doesn't negatively impact me?
It's not just about how it affects you. You have to think about how your decisions will impact the other people. And in this case, it's Miss Springs.
The whole purpose of me asking for the switch is so I don't have to think about her.
You do realize when you get into the real world, you're not going to always work with who you like to work with. You're going to have to work with different people. You're not going to automatically have the power to do whatever you want.
You're right. I might not have that freedom when I get out into the real world. But the way I see it, this is not the real world. This is college, where I make my own moves because no one is here to make them for me. If push comes to shove, I make the best decisions for myself first. Now, with that being said, may I please get a different partner for this project?
I am not changing your partner, and you are not allowed to do this project alone. So you either gotta settle your differences with Miss Springs or suffer the consequences.
Aye, Professor, now you're pissing me off.
Okay, then I'm not doing the project.
Well, that would be an unwise decision.
It's just a business decision, Professor. My main goal in this class is to do what I need to do to secure these 3 credits. I have a 100% in this class. If I keep taking care of all the discussion posts and all of the quizzes, this project is not going to impact my grade to the point where it's going to stop me from securing those 3 credits. This whole comm majors need to complete this project in order to graduate shtick doesn't apply to me. I don't care about the grade drop. I only care about securing these 3 credits and getting that bachelor's degree in May. That's it.
What's up, Arizona?
Oh, hey, Xavier.
You alright, man? You look upset.
Yeah, I'm not exactly the happiest camper right now, X. I just had a really unproductive meeting with one of my professors.
Dang, man. You gonna be straight?
I don't know. I should be, but stuff is going on right now and I ain't got no control over it.
Well, whatever's going on, I hope you get through it. You know, you always got me if you need to get something off your chest.
Thank you. It helps me get a little less angry when I have to deal with the constant tit for tat with people that could just easily leave me alone.
I'm sorry for chuckling. I was thinking of something else when you said tit for tat.
I got time for a story.
I remember I was on the chess team in high school, and this one girl said she would beat me one-on-one in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
I said, let's go then. I go tit for tat with the best of them. She said, you can't go tit for tat with me. You ain't got the tats and you ain't got the tits.
Hey, yo.
I know, right?
Hey, that's a crazy statement to make.
I was sitting there like, I beg your pardon, ma'am? What I did end up having was a W.
All right. That's good that you won. That's good. You don't have the tats or the tits. That's such a crazy statement to make, man. You know, it reminds me of this one guy. He was my roommate freshman year. I never told you about this, actually. I had a 25-year-old roommate my freshman year.
25? Ain't the freshman dorm for freshmen?
But he was a freshman. It was his first year of college.
Wow. What was that like having him around?
You know, I learned a lot about manhood from him and really how to think in certain situations. And the fact that he was even going to college, considering his circumstances, was unique but remarkable. And I will say this, one of our last moments, though, it was very interesting to say the least.
What happened?
Yeah, so I was walking back into my dorm after taking my last final, right? I walk in, I hear Usher being played through his speaker, and I'm like, okay, I've heard a lot of artists through his speakers, but I ain't never heard no Usher. I'm like, is my guy going through it?
Uh-oh.
Xavier, that Usher song was the last song on that playlist. They did not have another song on cue.
They? What you mean they?
He wasn't in there alone. He and his girl was in there getting busy.
Really?
Yeah, and they had no idea that I had just walked into the kitchen area, because I guarantee you, if they did know, they would not have been as vocal as they were. So I tried to sneak out of the dorm and, let them, handle their business by themselves. And then my phone rang, Xavier.
Arizona, no.
Yep. And I got a loud ringtone too, man. Stupid spam call blew my cover. They heard it even though the bedroom door was shut, man. They went from to just being silent. They heard me hit my head on the door, man. I hit my head on the door. I was still trying to walk out. I said, boom. I'm like, ah.
Were you actually alright?
My head was alright. My nose, different story.
I thought you said you hit your head on the door.
And yet somehow, when they opened that door, oh my gosh, the aura of their intercourse hit my nose harder than my head hit that door.
They were smelly too?
Bro. How do I put this delicately? You know what? Nope, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try with that. When they did get cleaned up and dressed, they decided to sit me down and have a conversation with me.
A conversation? After all that?
Yeah, and initially, oh my gosh, I thought they were going to tell me something that was really going to piss me off. I thought Buddy was going to be like, hey, Arizona, I'm sorry that I nutted on your bed, I was in the zone, bro. I'm sorry. But no, he just told me. They flashed the rings. They said they got engaged. They got married. I'm like, oh, really? And they invited me to their wedding and all that stuff. I was like, wow.
So let me get this straight. They went from smashing in your room to inviting you to their wedding?
Yeah, so they invited me to the wedding. I was like, yeah, I'll slide. I'm happy for you guys. And, it was a wholesome conversation. They did apologize for, doing it in my room.
Question.
And
did his girl ever say anything to you?
You know, we did have one little back and forth after the conversation, after the fact, as we was cracking jokes. They was, they're cool peoples. You know, the lady was cool, and obviously I was cool with my roommate. So we were sitting around cracking jokes and stuff. And this is gonna sound real crazy, but I sprayed Febreze because I could not deal with that smell. It was so crazy. She was like, "Dang, Arizona, you thought the smell was that strong?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sucker was strong. What you talking about?"
Yeah, from what you're telling me, it sounded like they were really getting down.
Yeah, so she was like, and this got so unhinged real quick. That lady did not hold back any facts. She was like, "I'm sorry, Arizona. I'm real sorry, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Your roommate was slanging some good wood in there."
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. 18-year-old me was kind of unhinged, but she was on a different planet of unhinged with some of the things she said. I had just met her. She was talking crazy when we was in there. I'm like, "You acting like we like these, but no, we like these." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So yeah, all the crazy stuff aside, at the end of the day, we was all cool. They had their wedding. I pulled up. It was nice. We turned up, man. Like, I wasn't able to drink, but we was dancing. You know, we was getting down. I was like, "Man, this lit." I didn't thought the wedding was this lit. I thought we was gonna sit down, hear the vows, but no. That was the first wedding I went to, so I didn't really know. I've seen weddings on TV, but I ain't really experienced a wedding. Hey, I'm like, "Oh, this is lit." But yeah, no, at the end of the day, dude is actually on the cusp of graduating with me, so it's been a wild ride for him, just like it's been a wild ride for me. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm happy for him. You know.
Wow, dude, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, that's the story of my life, Xavier. I'm a walking cinema reel. But no, I really do appreciate sitting down and talking to you, man. Like, I really needed that. I was real pissed off walking in, and I'm feeling a lot better now.
Of course, man. There was some crazy stories.
Yeah. One more thing. What's up with the foosball table?
Oh, I was putting it together. I bought the parts a couple weeks ago, and they came in the mail earlier today, so I figured, why not put it together?
It's coming along pretty nicely. Excuse me. One of these days, you know, we're going to have to run it up in some foosball. We're going to have to run up a game of foosball one day.
For sure, man. For sure. Whatever's going on, I hope you get through it. You know, you always got me if you need to get something off your chest.
You know, that friend of yours out there really does help keep your head cool. Yeah, he's a great dude to be around. Sometimes I be needing some help out there, and I be going through it, and more often than not, Xavier's there to help me out and hear me out. I would advise you to cherish your companionship with him. I will. I respect a man who has his head screwed on tight.
I am not changing your partner, and you are not allowed to do this project alone.
You know, as your zone clone, it's my job to help you ponder on everything, even when you don't want to think about certain things. I'm standing on my decision. I've had a mostly relaxing semester, and that's not something that college seniors get to say very often. And look, this is something I want to embrace, and I don't want to do anything out there that'll jeopardize that relaxation. Well, if that's the case, then I don't have anything to say to you regarding the project. But be forewarned, you don't know how people are going to react to you doing that. That's a fair point. But I don't think this is going to be a problem long term, so I just got to weather the storm. It'll all be over as soon as I graduate.
No, people would actually.
What are you two laughing about?
What's up, sleepyhead?
Minnesota, you son of a...
I ain't gonna lie, cuz this is an all-time hilarious moment. I'm sorry, bro. But that video was too funny to not show Alan. I'm sorry.
I thought I deleted that video.
I finally outsmarted you. You only trashed the video. If you want it gone, you gotta empty the trash.
I can't even front. He got me there.
Dude, don't worry. I permanently deleted the video right before you walked in.
Good.
Ah, shoot. I forgot to tell you. I actually do know a Violet around campus.
Blonde Latina with glasses? We don't talk about her in this civilized suite.
Actually, she's Italian, Arizona.
That's besides the point. Zona. Cuh. You be making lots of conversations with the girls on campus, but you don't make any power moves.
That's because I don't really be focusing on making no power moves, man. I'm just trying to be focused on doing what I gotta do. You gotta understand that most of the time I be locked in, man. And when I'm in that zone, I don't really be thinking about that.
Okay, so you're not making that move.
Whoa, I didn't say all that. I'll make a move when the situation is right.
How many girls have you really talked to, though?
Shoot, between high school and college, I've talked to a lot of girls, especially in high school. Man, Soda, you and Alan, you know this just as much as I do. The girls that were up in Scottsdale North, ay caramba! The black girls, fine. The white girls, fine. The mixed girls, fine. The Latinas, oh my goodness, las Latinas, muy atractivas.
Not you speaking Spanish right now.
No hablo mucho español, mi primo, but I speak enough of it to acknowledge beauty. Now, I can't speak for the personalities of the girls, because I was usually just minding my own business. But in terms of looks, they had it. Bro, screw dimes. We had dollars in that function everywhere you looked.
Which proves my point. With all those dollars you got, why ain't you make no moves?
See, that's what I'm saying. Zona, you got game. You got treasure in that chest of yours. You just gotta unlock it.
Whoa. That might be the most encouraging thing you've ever said to me.
Hey, don't get used to it.
But he's right though, man. You be letting all these opportunities slide with them ladies, man.
Exactly. You think a girl is platonically gonna call you out your name like that nickname girl did?
Yes, because you can't automatically tie giving a nickname to someone to showing affection. Like, if I say hi to a girl or go sit at a lunch table with her or frequently engage in conversations with her, am I automatically trying to rizz her up? No, that's not always the case.
Okay, even if that girl in particular wasn't trying to holler at you, Soda's right. You be letting opportunities with the ladies slide by all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Zona, I have seen you talk to girls. And even girls talking to you. You remember last year when you brought over... Bro, what's her name?
Bro, it was not like that.
Wait, you brought a girl over to our dorm and I didn't know? Was she bad?
No, she was good. I mean, she was a good guest. She was very respectful of our brotherly environment. That's why you gotta keep your dormitories clean, gentlemen.
Zona, that is not what he meant by bad.
Soda, let it slide, man.
Thank you, Alan. Like, all I was doing was working on some homework with her, and you wanna...
Homework? Yo, let her in.
What? I thought you were siding with me.
You had me in the first half, but homework? Really?
Man, I wish he was lying.
He's telling the truth?
Dude, sadly, he's telling the truth. That girl willingly pulled up here just to do some homework. Like, what a wasted opportunity, in my opinion.
Hey, put some respect on her. She gave me a new, fresh, sharpened pencil, which was really convenient because I had to start doing math problems on paper again at the time. But let me show you how clutch she really was. She freshened me up on the Fibonacci sequence, permutations, combinatorics, the freaking pigeonhole principle. She freshened me up on all of that.
and that helped me get an A in the class, by the way. On top of all that, she gave me the pencil I needed when I needed it. How is that a wasted opportunity?
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, that's the Arizona I'm accustomed to. Cactus Boy over here will get some lead before he actually gets head.
Okay, bro, that was not that funny.
But you laughing though. You laughing though.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hey, can y'all please shut up? I'm trying to get some sleep.
Hey, our bad, Bam.
Bro, it's Sunday.
I don't care what day it is. I ain't trying to lay in my bed and hear about how you get no girls at 11 o'clock at night.
You ain't gonna be able to hear nothing if you keep talking to me like you tough or something.
Was that a threat?
Nah, that was a warning.
Boy,
a warning for
I'm
you
not
to
wanna
move
play
around
with you.
before
Better
do
watch
something
your
stupider
tone.
than what you're doing right now, bro.
Whoa, Zona, you gotta chill.
Minnesota, if you ain't here, you better get your man before you get checked.
Whoa, who you finna check? We can box, bro. Put your money where your mouth is.
Say less. Open this door, you finna find out why they call me Bam.
Man, no, man. What you doing, dude? Let me go.
I'm not trying to have the bro. No, bro. You gotta chill, bro. I'm trying to save your life. Bro, man, chill, bro.
I can't chill. I'm angry. And then this girl wanna blow up my phone. Ah! Y'all should have let me open the door. That way I could have punched out my frustrations.
Yeah, and that would have been a horrible decision.
Very.
And why is that?
The guy out there is Minnesota size. He's one of our teammates. Arizona, if you would have squabbled up with him, you would die.
David wasn't scared of Goliath, so why should I be afraid of whoever was out there? Besides, he wouldn't have gotten a chance to swing on me. This ice on my wrist got a switch on it.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Some ice on your wrist got switch on it. But dude, I'm just glad he just didn't get a chance to swing at you.
I'm done talking.
Man, you gotta relax.
For real. Let's get out of here, bro.
Trip.
I'm not liking this wave of blue and purple. What is going on out there? And more importantly, what's going on in here?
Yeah. Oh.
Yo,
What up, man? Ah, crap. The way he just walked in here, he must have something to say.
Yeah, my bad for yelling at y'all yesterday. I just really didn't have a good mood. It was just a bad day. And I just kind of lost my cool, so I came to apologize to y'all.
Man, it's all right, bro. I understand where you're coming from. You know, my roommate really don't do that, but moving forward, we'll keep it down for you.
Yeah, thank you, man. I could have asked y'all in a more peaceful way to be quiet and stuff, but, you know, your roommate was talking crazy, and I don't let anybody just get away with that.
No, man, I completely understand. You know, my roommate isn't really that disrespectful. That's pretty low for his standards.
Yeah, it's whatever, Minnesota. I'll try to keep it chill, because, you know, you're my teammate and all, and I don't want you to get in the crossfire.
Nah, man, it's all good.
All right, cool. See you at Lift.
Okay. His heart is in a better place now. But whatever this stuff is, I can't keep dealing with it. What in the world is going on?
The negativity is taking over.
What? Who are you? Show yourself!
Hello, Emerald.
How do you know my name?
Because I've been here long enough. Too long for my liking, actually.
Who are you?
I am Midnight, an extension of Violet, can't you see? But I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
That doesn't make any sense. Extensions should only be able to reside in the mind or heart of its corresponding person. You shouldn't be able to just land inside the heart or mind of another person outside of your own.
No, I shouldn't. But I'm only trapped in here because Arizona can't stop thinking negatively about Violet.
And how'd you come to that conclusion?
Arizona has his moments where he's a good guy, but also his moments when he's a bad guy. And those bad moments are usually because he's thinking badly about other people.
I see. But what about the negativity? I haven't been able to put my finger on it.
That's because I am the one supplying it.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop. Interfering with the life of a human is one thing, but interfering with the life of a human that you are not responsible for is unacceptable.
So is me being stuck in another man's heart with no easy way out. And the only way out is if Arizona and Violet have that hard conversation.
Midnight, I understand your point of view, and I do hope that we can find a way to return you to Violet in a reasonable fashion. But I can't have Arizona just being this angry this often. It is my job to protect his heart and keep him cool at all times, no matter what.
No, I respect that, but I have my own objectives too. And that's going back to Violet. And the best way for me to do that is if Arizona compromises with her.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Let me make something very clear to you, Emerald. If I see an opportunity to get out of here, I will be ready to take action.
I'll make something clear too. This is my domain to protect. And if you decide to do harm, you will be dealt with. Do not forget that. Whew. Thought the light pool really came in clutch. Oh, hey, Autumn.
Get out.
What?
I said get out.
Hold up. First of all, what's with the attitude? Wait a minute.
I'm here because I'm one of the station's media managers.
She said there were 2 media managers.
Of course. It makes sense now. You must be friends with Violet Springs, huh? So that's why you gave me that look when I first told you my name. That drama queen's been telling you nonsense about me all semester long, hasn't she?
Drama queen? You don't really know her if you think she's a drama queen.
Yeah, you think you know her so well, huh? You act like you went to middle school with her.
You may have known her longer, but you don't know her like I do.
And that's supposed to mean what? You confronting me about this project is making you just as repulsive as she is.
Do you realize how much this project means to her?
Do you realize that I don't care? Moreover, why are you concerned about this project? This has nothing to do with you.
Because I care about my friends and their well-being. I'm sorry if I feel some type of way when I'm staring at the main source of my best friend's problems.
Look, I'm handling my business the way that I want to. Is that not the #1 mission for any college student out there? To get the job done on their own terms?
Give me one good reason as to why you think it's okay to treat her like this. Move over the project. What has Violet done to you personally to make you treat her like this?
It's not all about her, okay? Part of it is the project itself.
It's just a research project.
What? I'm not writing a 30-page research paper in 2 months when I don't have to. You want me to waste my time worrying about somebody else's academics? Girl, bye.
I wasn't buddy-buddy with my partner either,
But we were able to work together.
You worked with that person because you had to. Y'all had to work together to graduate. I'm not working with Violet because I don't need her help to graduate. How is that so hard for you to comprehend? Aren't you supposed to be a grad student? Aren't you supposed to be, I don't know, competent?
Crimson, Emerald, we need to have a serious talk about Arizona. I agree. He's dealing with a lot of adversity, and a lot of it has to do with a girl named Violet. A girl? That doesn't make sense. I haven't seen any signs of his heart getting broken. No, Emerald, this has nothing to do with love. Long story short, she keeps trying to reach out to Arizona so they can work on a project that they got assigned to do together. But Arizona doesn't want to do the project, and this situation's been going on for a few weeks. He keeps trying to push it back, but it keeps popping up in his face, and it's really starting to frustrate him. Oh, that could explain the negativity I've been seeing in his heart. Negativity? In his heart? Just like how you're the zone clone in his brain, I'm the zone clone in his heart. And his heart's been in great condition throughout the year, but I've been wondering why I've been sensing more and more negativity recently. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. Do you have record of a conversation that he's had with one of the humans? Yes, I do. And it could very well confirm your suspicions of the negativity.
Do you realize how much this project means to her?
Do you realize that I don't care? Moreover, why are you concerned about this project? This has nothing to do with you.
Insulting a woman? Almost triggering a serious physical altercation? I mean, he stopped time right in front of her. He could have did something extremely terrible. We gotta stop this wave of negativity, or he's actually gonna do something terrible to somebody. Yeah, but how do we do that? Well, considering the fact that you're the clone in his brain, I was hoping that you could talk him down. I can potentially influence his decisions, but I can't directly control what he does out there. Okay. Well, do what you can to talk him out of this aggression and negativity, because you and I both know that those negative emotions building up inside over time lead to very bad stuff happening. And we need to do what we need to do as his own clones to steer him away from danger. I have an idea.
Hey, Violet, what's going on?
Soda, do you know where I can go to apply to be an RA?
RA? I thought you were a senior. Aren't you graduating?
No, I'm not. I'm going to have to wait another year.
What? What happened?
Do you have time to listen to me?
Of course I do. You're my friend. And you know what friends do, don't you? They're there for each other when they hit their low point. They also listen to each other, which is what I'm more than willing to do if you're willing to speak about it.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know this website was still up. Oh my childhood. Oh my childhood. Oh my goodness. Run 3? I knew they had 2. They made a 3rd one? Oh my gosh. No, I gotta run this up.
I literally couldn't catch a break. I needed this project to graduate, but I failed.
No, Violet, you did what you could. It's just that whoever ghosted you was being a complete idiot and being very inconsiderate.
Ooh, Fireboy and Water Girl in the Forest Temple. Oh, the nostalgia.
Oh, what better combination than the AWSD controls and the arrow controls? Oh my goodness. Man, I gotta let cousin Amelia know that these games still work when I get back home, man. This is turd right now. I needed this right now. Oh, man. Wow. You know, I ain't seen Minnesota all day. I wonder if he's doing all right.
Hey, Violet, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm getting a call real quick. I'm gonna put you on hold.
You can take that call if you need to.
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, you all right? I ain't seen you around all day.
Yeah, Arizona, I'm good. I'm just on the phone right now.
Oh, snap. All right, well, I'll let you get back to your conversation.
Okay, then. All right, Arizona, I'll see you later.
Arizona?
Yeah, that was my roommate.
Arizona Summers?
Oh, no way, Violet. Oh, you know who he is, man. That's my dog.
I know I was the one venting, but God bless your heart, Minnesota. I don't know how you were able to put up with someone like that.
Violet, what do you mean? Arizona's a cool dude.
I cannot stand research papers. Every time
Well, whatever's going on, I hope you get through it.
It helps me get a little less angry when I have to deal with the constant tit for tat with people that could just easily leave me alone.
Wait, was Arizona the one that ghosted you on the project? That can't be right, though. He's usually a considerate person. He usually helps the ones in need.
And I'm guessing he's been doing the opposite. Join the club. I've had to deal with him for several years. Ugh.
Arizona. I've been wondering why I haven't been seeing him do his schoolwork like he did the first semester. It's like he's been disregarding his assignments, which in my opinion, that's fair game. That's his grade. But him not helping you on an assigned project is pretty bogus.
No, yeah, I respect your friendship with him, and I'm not going to force you to pick a side. But then at the same time, this is how he's always been to me. Arrogant, selfish, and just a terrible human being. One day, I really just want to punch him in the face.
Whoa, chill, calm down. I can agree what he's been doing lately has been less than ideal. But at this point, you can't be hunting this dude down. Look, if it means you'll avoid him, I'll talk to him about this myself. But you have to stay as calm as possible. Can you do that?
I'm not making any promises, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, that's another level complete. Let's go.
Zona, we need to talk, bro.
What's up, Soda?
Man, pause the game.
Huh?
Bro, I said pause the game, Arizona.
I can play and talk. What's up?
No, you won't.
Did you just...
Dude, I told you twice to turn off the game. Now is not time to play the game.
Then we can box.
Dude, you don't even want to get there with me.
Oh no, you must want to box because I don't see why else you would just decide to turn my game off while I'm chasing the high score.
Because you have done one of my friends dirty, and I don't appreciate that.
Ain't no way this is about Violet, bruh.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. You're seriously tweaking on this one. And it's the final project too, right? What happened to getting the job done? What happened to standing on business?
Well, I am standing on business. Y'all just standing on foolishness. I'm doing what I gotta do to graduate. Violet needs to do the same.
She would have done that if you would have helped her.
What I think you need to do is take a walk or something, man. You letting some crazy girl mess with your head.
Arizona, insult her one more time. I dare you to do it.
And what you gonna do if I do say something else, huh?
Arizona, I throw quarterbacks twice your size down to the ground. What do you think I would do to you?
You know what? How about I say something about you instead? You steady trying to check me when you really need to check yourself. Cause for all that strength that you have in those arms of yours, you sure don't save any of that strength for your brain. See, both of y'all need to stay out of my lane and focus on your own stuff. But no, y'all want to keep pressing me about a decision that I made in my best interest. If she would have locked in, she wouldn't have to be a fifth-year senior. Just like if you would have locked in, a walk-on freshman wouldn't have taken your spot on the depth chart.
Arizona, that's enough out of you. You crossed the line. You never, ever talk about football business.
Okay, let's run this whole conversation back from the beginning. Note to self, don't use football to insult Minnesota.
Zona, we need to talk, bro. I would advise you to stay away from Violet.
Oh, let me guess.
But Violet isn't happy with you, and she might do something about it. I'm scared for you, Arizona. I don't want you to get beat up. Bro, she could have a baseball bat in her hand, and I wouldn't bat an eye, bro. Like, she can find out for herself if she really wants to, bro. Like, I'm not scared of her. She may be persistent, but that does not mean that she is tough. And if she wants to find out for herself what it's like to square up on me, then she can find out for herself. But I am not scared of her.
Hey, Minnesota.
Hey, Violet. I'm glad you called again. It was very well timed.
Well timed. What happened?
I tried to talk to Arizona about your project. It didn't go well at all.
So you understand how I feel now.
To a certain extent, yes.
If I see him again, we might just have to fight.
Whoa. That's not a good idea. You getting into it with him isn't gonna do you any good.
I don't care anymore. This man has been getting on my nerves for years, and now he's getting on your nerves too?
Violet,
He just pulled my left straw.
Look, let's dial back a little bit, alright?
He needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, but violence on your end is not the answer.
No, I've had enough of his nonsense. I'm done being the nice girl for whatever reason. He feels like he can do whatever he wants. Someone needs to knock some sense in him, and I'm gonna be the one to do it.
She really hung up on me. Well, ain't no more duck and smoke for Arizona.
Where is he? I don't know.
He needs to get here fast because this is getting ridiculous. First, he tries to square up on a woman, then he tries to box a giant? Crimson, you need to bring him here right now.
What? I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do it? You interact with him on a nightly basis.
How many times do I have to tell you that I can't control what he does in the real world?
You better watch that mouth of yours, young blood.
Whoa, why are you fronting? Aren't we supposed to be working together?
The heart and the brain are supposed to cooperate with each other. But as of late, the brain hasn't been holding up its end of the bargain. Don't you blame Arizona's mishaps on me. I've brought nothing but good vibes to him. It's up to him and him only to make good decisions out there in the real world. And it's up to him to listen to his brain and his heart. Speaking of his heart, what's been going on in his heart, huh? You want to come into my domain and point the finger dead at me for stuff that he does out there? What's been going on in his heart? What's been going on in his heart, Emerald? Huh? Come on, answer me. Arizona's being overwhelmed by his anger. We're being overwhelmed by his anger. We shouldn't be acting like this. You're right. This isn't like us. Let's get back to business, Emerald. We need to find where Arizona is. Well, if he's been asleep this whole time, and he's not here, then he's probably in that zone. No. You don't think he's having a bad dream? Even worse, he could very well be in a nightmare right now. But where is the nightmare? Where outside of his head could he possibly have a nightmare? Zone clone? Him? What the heck is this place?
It's called a nightmare, kid.
Look, I'm only going to say this once. I don't care if this is a dream, a nightmare, a hallucination. I don't care. I just want you to leave me alone.
And what if I don't?
You want to mess around and find out?
Is that a warning, Cactus Boy?
No. That was a threat.
Well.
What the? Purple?
Roses are red, violets are blue, all you see is purple because violet's stuck in your head like glue.
Well then let's get her unstuck!
Come back when you're willing to cooperate. You have returned, Zone Clone of the Heart.
Where is Arizona?
He's awake. But don't worry. All we did was talk. Didn't fight him or anything like that. I just set the stage for my escape.
At the cost of causing a scene the one night I have to leave the heart? I don't like that one bit.
Like I said, I'll be ready to take action when I see an opportunity to do so. And, speaking of opportunities, that hat of yours holds great power.
I knew it would come down to this eventually.
I can feel your despair.
Your sympathy doesn't make this any easier on me.
No one said it was going to be easy, Emerald. Sometimes, to obtain peace, you have to go to war for it.
You and what army?
I am the army. Okay. Should be 3 headsets. Tie line. Power cord. Okay. Everything's back from the stadium. Cool. At least one good thing is going for me right now.
Yo, it's me.
You can go ahead and go down there. I have to track something real fast.
I failed.
You didn't fail, Emerald. You fought valiantly for what you felt was right. Just like I did. But I'm gonna have to ask you to stand down. I mean, fighting is one thing, but I don't want to kill you.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to bring Arizona to his heart so that he can reason with me. But first, I must get Violet and Arizona to interact with each other.
That's it. That's it. I don't have to do another homework assignment in my life. Oh man, this feels great.
What the heck is this place?
It's called a nightmare, kid.
What the heck kind of dream did I have last night? I won't worry too much about it. I have so many things ahead of me to look forward to. Like this graduation ceremony tonight. Yep. Huh? This door isn't usually open. Employees only. Not today, son. Whoa. What is this room? Jeez. Whoever was last in here must have sprayed a lot of perfume on themselves. They got a date night or something? Look at all these CDs. Man, Cousin Amelia would have a field day in here if she saw this.